What the flying frickle frackle is this? Does anyone know what this contraption is? Is it for a bike? Is it for sex? Who knows? Hey! Does anyone remember when I had a breakdown on my channel last week? How embarrassing! I'm back. Can we just talk about this new setup, by the way? All I've done is move to my mum and dad's room. I've put a chair here. There seems to be a bit more of like a white wall going on in the background. And honestly, like, I feel so YouTuber right now. Like, Zoella has not got actual fucking shit on it. I look so as fucking pathetic, like. Okay, so basically in the comments on my video last week, someone called ayisha commented saying, why don't you do an Agony Aunt series? And I was like, how have I not thought about that before? Because I honestly spend my life giving advice to people. And my friend Jessica always says, Sarah, you give the soundest advice. Like, if ever I'm in trouble or something's playing on my mind, I'll ring you and I'll ask you. And your advice is just perfect. And then you go out on a weekend, you disregard every little thing that you've told us, and you make very bad decisions, which is true, but I know I give really good advice because I can be very level-headed. But when it comes to me, I'm just a little bit reckless and it just all kind of fucking goes to pot. But that being said, I want to help yous. And honestly, right, I literally put this picture on like 5 minutes ago and my inbox is full of people asking us for shit. Like, there seems to be a bit of a theme here. A lot of people are asking me for relationship advice. Because, you know, I'm the fucking relationship expert guru. I am not. I literally haven't had a boyfriend since like 1984. And even then I was like, when does it eat? And I've kind of just been on a cycle for the past few years of like falling head over heels and then evidently at the end just hating men. Because do you know what, right? I never seem to be enough for anyone. It's really actually quite sad. So like I'll meet someone and I think that we'll connect. Like, this is very rare, by the way. Like, this has probably happened like max like, what, like 2-3 times since like 2014. And I'm like, yeah, cool, like that one, like nice, like let's be nice to each other and like care about each other and shit. And I think they are always attracted to us because I mean, I'm a good chick to have around, you know, I'm a fucking nice person, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a laugh, I've got massive tits, and like, for some reason, like it gets to like sort of maybe like the 2-month mark and the eyes start to wander, and Sezzle's just not enough. I'm just not enough for lads anymore. Like, they're either fucking still seeing their ex, or they've got like 3 other fucking girlfriends, and the gig's getting old now. Like, I'm 24, like there could be nothing more unattractive to me than someone that looks at you and thinks like, yeah, she's not enough, I want to go and fuck other people. I'll be the one deciding if we're gonna have a fucking threesome, not you. But anyways, I'ma try, because I'm only human. Let's have a little look. Fuck me, there's actually so many messages. The first one's actually from a boy seeking advice about a girl. This is so cute, I'm so excited, I love it. Hi Sarah, to follow from your last post, I'm looking for a bit of advice. Right, hold on, I forgot my glasses, BRB. Yes, bitch, who is that? Like, oh, do you know what? It's actually quite annoying, isn't it? That glare. Tell you what, I'll just pop them on and off. As and when. Right. To follow from your latest post, I'm looking for a bit of advice. I'm currently getting with a lass whose mates all hate me. Savage. So I've been arguing a lot with our mates and agreed it's best if I stay out of the way. Oh, that's quite sad. However, she's now worried about progressing further and has asked if we remain a secret. I'm 20 years old, not a kid, so I don't know where to go next. Do I sack it all off or do I carry on? I really like her and she's dead cool, but what should I do? Thanks. I don't know whether to say his name. I think I'm just gonna leave everyone anonymous because I don't want to stitch anyone up. But I am a strong fucking believer in don't let someone keep you a secret. There's nothing more degrading than someone who does not like want to fucking shout about the fact that you're the best thing in the world. Like, I fucking hate this. Do you know what? So many of my girls, like, they put their lad all over their Instagram, and there's not one fucking speck of them on their social media. And I'm not saying that's important, because it's not. But you know, if they're a fucking frequent uploader and they'll happily upload a fucking selfie or like a picture of them with the boys, like, so like, where's your last? Like, why do you want to look single? I don't get that, man. That being said, I don't know if that's quite her reasoning. I don't feel like she wants to appear single. I feel like this one's got me head me head fried. What are her friends' reasonings for hating you? I'm not one to jump to conclusions, but when your girls don't like the lad, it's normally because they've been a bit naughty. Nah, fuck it, right? If you want to be with someone, it should never be a secret. Like, I frequently say, right, I'm not interested in like your little flings and your little like mediocre romance. It's just not interested in me in the slightest. I want to be obsessed with someone and I want them to be obsessed with me. And anything less is a fucking waste of time, babe. So just say to her, look, hun, I ain't gonna keep this a secret. You know, we're gonna be like a modern day Romeo and Juliet, and your friends are gonna have to learn to like us, because really your friends should be supportive. Like, I'm supportive of all my friends' boyfriends, if they're nice to them, you know? So, I just said your name, I'm gonna bleep it out. Going forward, lay down the law. You are 20, you're not 17 anymore, and there's no secrets on the gram. This is one that's been frequent, like there's been about 5 messages of this nature, obviously to be expected. Hiya Sarah, I was wondering how you deal with anxiety, like ways to calm down and get more grounded, as sometimes anxiety can make me not feel in my own body. I love you, thank you for being a spokesperson for mental health. My breakdown is your gain, darling, honestly. People ask me this so frequently, and it's hard because everyone is different, but there's so many like good methods that a lot of people don't know about. Obviously you've got your like your classics like your meds and like your breathing techniques and stuff, but I'm actually like secretly like a little bit of a hippie. I'm a very spiritual person, and I like to sit down and actually identify and pinpoint what is making me anxious anxious today. Because it can be an array of things. Once you sort of sit down on the daily and analyse what it is that's like making your mind work overdrive that day, just sort of sit and like think of the bigger picture. More often than not, like I'll let the little tiny trivial problems that are happening like really fucking get to us, and I'm like, is this gonna fucking matter in a week's time? No. So why am I sitting passing over it? It's like that old classic, like just try your hardest not to fucking feed the beast as well. Like, it's so easy to get like bunged down in all the negative, and like I myself done it like last week, like we're all seen it. This week what I've been doing is trying to focus on the good, and I've been doing like waking up early and doing productive things. Even though it is a struggle, like I woke up this morning and I was like, I feel fucking so depressed. Like, I just want to fucking put my head in the pillow, not answer my phone. That's a classic one with me. I will literally throw my phone the other side of the room and not look at it for a day because it makes me nervous. It feels like it can all like get on top of you, but you've got to remember, like, my friends are ringing us because they want to help. They're not ringing us like to pester me. Do more productive things. Be kind to yourself. Self-care is a fucking huge one. Like, honestly, I swear to God, if I didn't have the bath in this house, I wouldn't be sane. Like, I go to the bath every night for a good hour and I just sit and I'm like, oh my God, this is so zen. I feel like it's like my safe place. Like, no one can fucking get you when you're in the bath. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you're breathing. I mentioned this on a previous video. Like you're saying, when you're saying you're feeling like an out of body kind of experience, this is literally a grounding exercise. So if you think about like your actual senses, like taste, touch, etc. So if you're sat and like you feel like, fuck, like I'm gonna have a panic attack, I'll sit and I'll think, right, okay, like you need to concentrate on something. Fucking who's texting me? Shut up, man. Don't get text all day and then now all my side men want to slide in. I'm feeling a little bit pazzy. There's a panic attack coming on. What can I do to prevent it? What's something I can see? What's something I can touch? What's something I can hear? What's something I can taste? Do you know what I mean? Like, that is a really good grounding exercise. I always feel the most anxious when I feel the most depressed. It would be so easy just to like try and sink back into that depression, but I've just thought, like, it's got to a point now where I'm like, I'm either gonna have to go one way or the other. I'm gonna have to fucking spiral down and remain a useless, jobless piece of shit who circulates in all the wrong circles and goes out and gets fucked up every night. Or why don't I actually do things that are going to benefit me in the future? So this morning I got up, I updated my CV, I applied for jobs. Honestly, whatever's troubling you, we'll all get through it together. Fucking hell, this one's like a bit of like an anecdote, story time. So I was with my ex-boyfriend for 3 years and we were literally best friends and our relationship was perfect. He booked to go travelling for 6 months with a mutual friend and I was so happy for him. I said to him if he wanted to break up, we need to do it now. Like, I'm not hanging about for you just to use me and then dump me before you go. And he was like, no, don't be silly. Lo and behold, he turns up to my house crying his eyes out 2 days before he went travelling to break up with me. I was devastated. This was 8 months again and he's back now and wants to try again. Am I being a mug if I let him back into my life? Babe, let me tell you, I am the fucking expert on this because this has actually happened to me 3 times. 3 times I've been seeing a boy and then they're like, I'm gonna go and do the season. I'm like, of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? And it's shit. To be honest, for me, every time they've done it, it's got fucked. Like, they've went and like fucked other people, which is cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, well, it's not that cool, but if you're going travelling, you're going travelling. You're going travelling for a reason. You're not going travelling to fucking sit and be texting me, which is absolutely fair enough. But I don't really think it was worth like the heartache in the end for me. I suppose that's the kind of man that I'm into. The runners away as they don't like to like acknowledge responsibility or emotion. So it's very hard for me to gauge this situation because only you know if you need to give it another shot. Like, from the surface, from where I'm sitting, I think it feels like he's mugging you, like, to be honest. Finishing you 2 days before, now he's back, he wants to be fucking snuggle partners because it's the winter. Do you know what, Don? You deserve so much more than that. Every girl on this planet deserves so much more than anything other than a partner who's obsessed with you. Am I the only romantic left on this planet? Like, I want to find the one. I want to be bang in love, absolutely obsessed, like crazy in love with someone. I just think, I don't want an average partner. What's the point? Neither should you. Neither should any of you in this inbox right now asking about your fuckboy boyfriends. Do you know what? Fuck them all. I hate them all, to be honest, right? I'm getting this is a bit excessive. However, I can't speak because in the past, and this is the old me, I would never do this now, but sometimes you do need to give people that second chance just to reaffirm that they are a shitbag. You'll know in your heart of hearts if you want to give this person another chance. That's on you, babe. If you need to find out, and if you were once bang in love, then it might be something worth fighting for. I know people that have got back together and it has worked for them. To my knowledge, on the surface, he doesn't seem like he's the one, and I don't have time for anything other than the one. So, it's a lot of responsibility. I don't want to tell people not to like get with the partners and shit, but you deserve better. Trust coming from me, you deserve better. I've been single for almost 3 years now. I'm very independent and happy on my own. However, recently I'm growing a bit tired of being alone in the relationship aspect of my life. Sis, I feel ya. All the boys I've briefly dated in the past 3 years since splitting have been my... All the boys I've briefly dated in the past 3 years since splitting with my long-term boyfriend has been an absolute nightmare and commitment phobes. Oh my god, you are literally preaching to the choir right now. Like, this is me. This has come from me. Apart from it really hasn't. It's come from a chick whose name I'm not going to get. I don't want to have one night stands. I'm all or nothing. Relationship and committed or nothing. I'm having a mare. Do you know what, right? I want to see your name. I'm going to change your name. Deborah. Deborah, you are speaking for the majority of the millennials right now because nobody wants to commit anymore. Everyone wants to fuck you, but no one just wants to just fuck you, which is downright disturbing if you ask me. Literally, I'm in exactly the same boat. I know countless other girls. Yeah, you're speaking for a generation right now, my darling, and so many of my friends are in this stage. And I've been like the independent woman for a while now, and it's fun, man. And I tell people like being single's sick, like it's so good, and it is good. Being single's mint, and so's being in a relationship. There's good and bad points to both, but this is what I constantly try and reaffirm to people, because whether you're single or in a relationship, it's fucking sick both. But I know what you mean. Like, who wouldn't just want to actually just be loved by someone? It's not too much to ask, is it? And for some reason, this generation, it's a lot, and it's very fucking rare. And let me tell you, I can't think of one couple right now, and this is probably going to offend all my friends, etc., but I can't think of one couple that I'm like jealous of. Because to my experience, like, say like for example all the girls I grew up with, they were all in these long-term relationships, and it was all like da-da-da, like Sarah, you still single? And I'm like, yep, still single. But I was never jealous of one of them, because I always just thought, is that the love of your life? I've heard he's cheating. Do you know what I mean? And lo and behold, I think not one of those people who I grew up with that was in that relationship is in that relationship now, or in that relationship and happy. They're all single. So honestly, babe, you've just got to wait. This is shit advice, this is terrible advice, but you're asking a hopeless romantic. So just chill, because when you go out looking for it, you'll never find a man. I always end up meeting someone when I'm not looking, probably not ideal to be honest, like I want to go travelling or I want to do my own thing, and then lo and behold some fucking geezer will turn up who's going to ghost us in 2 months. But you've got to wait. Like, think of every boy in the past that's fucked you over and you've thought, oh my god, this hurts my heart, like this isn't what I want. It's all been part of the bigger plan, and every single thing that happens to you is meant to happen to you. Being heartbroken was meant to happen to you. One day, someone's gonna walk into your life and absolutely sweep you off your feet, and you're gonna be like, yeah. But I would say though, if you want to have one night stands, my darling, don't feel shame in that, because we are the generation of equality. Stop texting us, it's ruining all my good speeches. Shh. Yeah, we're the generation of equality. Like, sex is good. If you want to go out and have a one night stand, I think the ghost in the house just want me to have sex. If you want to go out and like have a little one night fling, maybe do it. Do you know what I mean? You don't know, that could make you feel better. I'm gonna do a video on this actually. I'm gonna do a video on the time when I experimented with one night stands and how it made us feel, because sometimes it actually made me feel good. I'm just saying, don't deprive yourself of dick because a men's society has told you that it's not okay to have sex, because it is okay to have sex. I mean, personally, I make boys wait for months if I actually like them, just to make sure, because it would actually really hurt my heart if I slept with someone and then they're like, fucked me over. Well, it does, that's what happened in the past, yeah. But if I don't see like a future with them, I just think they're really fit, like I will fuck them and I'll feel no guilt. So this is turning into the worst advice ever, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer at the end like, actually maybe don't follow it. This one's so sad. I'm feeling low as fuck. My dad's going blind and I'm hardly seeing my boyfriend due to us both working. I have no friends because they have all gone to uni far away. I feel like shit all the time because there's nothing I can do to help my dad. This one broke my heart. There is something you can do for your dad though, and that is to absolutely be there for him. If your dad thinks that his condition is like furthering making you feel low, that's gonna make him feel so sad. Literally the only advice I can give to you is to just be there for him as much as you can. Make your dad your best friend, do you know what I mean? Like, don't shy away from him. All your friends going to uni, that happened to me. Listen, there's so many people everywhere. Get yourself out, go and get involved in something that you're interested in and meet like-minded people as well. People on the fucking internet, do you know what I mean? There's support groups, there's everything now. I've made so many girlfriends literally through Instagram. So please don't ever feel alone like that. I'm your friend, I'm here to be your friend. Sometimes I imagine it's hard, like, to understand why this is happening to you and why this is happening to your dad. And that's what's gonna hurt the most. Every obstacle that life throws at us, we can overcome, and we can. And think of how many times in the past you've thought, this is a horrible situation, I'll never be okay again. And here you are. And you're gonna do it again, every time. This is one that's made us angry. My boyfriend has cheated on me so many times and I just can't bring myself to end it because I'm so scared of being alone. He always says the right thing when I try to end it. My friends tell me I'm better off without him in my life, but he is my life. How can I better myself and be happy on my own? First and foremost, my darling, he is not your life. He is not your life in any way, shape or form, and if anything, I actually feel he's bringing your life and yourself down a peg. So please remember that nobody on this planet is your life, my darling. You are your fucking life. And do you know why this one upsets us so much? Because I was you 3 years ago. Like, oh my god, like I was with someone and they just cheated on us on an embarrassing scale, and I took them back and I took them back because I had such fucking low self-esteem, because this person had treated us like such shit. I was already in a fucking bad place, depressed as hell, and I feel like sometimes when you feel like that, you cling to relationships. Well, I used to cling to relationships because that's what made us feel fulfilled, you know what I mean? Like, I was obsessed, like I loved my boyfriend, like I honestly just wanted to love the bones off the kid, and I just wanted the best for him, and I had eyes for no one else, right? I can't even tell you what over time this will do to your ego, because even now, like, I'm constantly getting fucking surgery. Like, I don't think I'm pretty. Like, I do still now to this day often think there's something wrong with us, because it seems to be a recurring theme, do you know what I mean? Like, start things up with a lad and eventually they do always two-time us, they do always disrespect us in some way. Whether we make it to the relationship stage or not, it's irrelevant. Like, if I'm like chatting to someone, I'm grafting someone, I don't have time to graft multiple lads, so why do lads constantly do it to us? Babe, this is someone who's supposed to like be your biggest supporter, this is supposed to be your partner. Like, please, please value yourself higher than this, because you are worth so much more. This kid goes to bed with you at night, like he is supposed to be there for you through everything, and how does he repay you? By going to bed with other girls. That is absolutely fucking disgusting. And I tell you what, the problem is not with you, the problem's with this kid. If this has taught me anything, it's that the main problem that people seem to have is with partners or like love, relationships, and it's so sad to me, because I just think this generation, we're fucked, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get why people just don't want to love one person anymore. It's really actually made us sad. I just don't get it. If I'm fucking with a lad, right, I just want to be there for them. I just want to make them happy. I would never, like, it would never cross my mind to think I want to go and fuck someone else. Why does our generation think that everyone and everything is so disposable? We're always looking for something better, and we're always trying to keep our options open, and no one wants to fucking commit anymore. And to be honest, I find it quite pathetic, and I find it really quite sad. I do. Every single one of yous on there, God love yous, and please, please value yourselves higher than what yous currently are, because my heart's actually hurting a bit. I'm going to answer a couple more questions because my memory card's run out, but my inbox is flooded. There's so many messages, and some of them are really, really valid questions, and they could help a lot of people. So I'm going to do a part 2, I'm going to do a part 3, I'm going to do a fucking part 4 until I've answered the majority of these questions. I really am. I wish I could help every single person on this universe. I can't help myself, but I feel like I was actually put on this universe to be a guru and help other people. And I do this in real life, you know, I meet a lot of troubled souls, and I just want everyone to just value themselves so much more than everyone currently does. Please love yourselves, I swear down. It's cheesy as fuck, but then we are a generation of sad, anxious, depressed, self-deprecating people, and even I'm guilty of it. There's no one else on this earth that's you, and that's your fucking power. And I'm getting really, really cheesy now, so I'm probably going to stop, but right, this one annoyed us. This one annoyed us quite substantially. Me and my boyfriend have been together for 10 months. We live together and things are just confusing. I don't know what to do. He's forever playing his games and talking to his friends online. And when he comes off it, the only time he comes off it is when his best mate wants to take him out to get him water. He doesn't pay me any attention unless he wants sex. I've needed him this year. I've been through a miscarriage, but he doesn't seem to care. I've told him so many times, but I get nothing back. What should I do? P.S. Love you loads. Oh my god, I love you so, so much. You are such a strong person, because I can't even imagine that pain. What you've been through, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And the fact that you're still here and you're still fighting, like, speaks absolute volumes. It's fucking hard for me to read that, because this is your partner. He should be being there for you. He should be feeling the pain that you're feeling and wanting to help you at every cost. So I want to hope that the reason he's distancing himself from the situation is because he's hurting too. Maybe that's why he's gone distant, maybe that's why he's gone quiet, and maybe that's why he wants to see his friends more. That's what I'm hoping in my heart of hearts, because I know that personally I do that. Instead of dealing with the problem and facing head on and actually talking about my problems to real people aside from the camera, I'll just distance myself from it. I'll repress it, I'll push it down, and one day it'll come to a head, I'll have a breakdown and I'll cry my little fucking heart out. And I really want to hope that that's the case for your partner here, and I'll maybe just sit him down and just say like, look, like it can't have been easy on you either, what we've been through. Like, I want to be your friend as much as your fucking friends off the internet, and let him know you are not a fucking object just for sex. Like, I fucking can't stand that, me. Just sitting down, express all those problems that you've just told me, and if he still doesn't want to listen, my darling, then do you need that in your life? Sit down and think, do I need that in my life? I've been speaking to a lad for months, but he hasn't really put it on me. I then got told he was back with an ex that cheated on him with his best mate. So I asked, am I being stupid or is this grammatically incorrect? Oh, so I asked, to which he told I was being stupid, I'm really sorry, Don. To which he told me under no circumstance was he back with her, but I don't know if he's lying to me. Is there any way I can find out? It's a fucking tough one, because there's no way you can find out. Like, you just have to trust that person. And if you don't trust them and your gut instinct's telling you otherwise, like, you've got to go off that, because don't be the girl that messages the girl. Don't be the girl that messages the ex. Don't never be that girl. It's nothing to do with the ex. You know, the person that you're pursuing should want to be honest with you and upfront with you, and they shouldn't want to be fucking still balls deep in their ex. Plain and simple. But there's honestly no way for you to find out unless he comes forward and tell you, but just put him in like a false sense of security. Like, sitting down and be like, honestly babe, it's fine, just want the honesty. Just want to know, do you know what I mean? Friend to friend. They still fucking your ex. And he'll tell you, boys love that, man. It sounds a bit sus. He's not putting it on you. There's rumours that he's with his ex. Sometimes I think if people see me and my exes, we're all very amicable because it's been a long time. Do you know what I mean? I'm the fucking old show pony of Newcastle now, so we've had time to sit on it, reflect on it, grow up, and do you know, I'm sound with every single one of my exes. I really am. Like, I would go out for tea with any fucking one of them. And I think sometimes when people have recently ended and they've ended on bad terms and just blocked each other, that's not ended. You never end until you have that full closure. You need to fucking speak to them. So I think if he maybe he's ended with his ex on those sort of terms, then maybe he's not ready to dive into something new. And if he was ready, he would be looking at you like you're the best thing in the world. And if he's not, fuck him. Do you know what I mean? But then it's hard, isn't it? It is hard. Like, when you've been, because like, even when I broke up with one of my exes, I started seeing this new lad who I actually really liked, and I still went back to my ex, and that was the wrong decision. Give him one more benefit of the doubt, then see. Hi Sarah, I have something you could give me advice for. I'm applying for uni this week and want to know if you think I should move into halls or stay at home. I have some mental health issues and I'm scared in case living on my own will make them worse due to stress. But I'm also scared of not getting the full social experience of uni, even though I could save a lot of money that way too. Thank you. Right, darling, I think that you should go for halls indefinitely. Like, when I used to work as a dancer, whatever, all my girls were students, right? Like, first years I lived in halls, whatever, and I used to literally like live around their houses. Like, I was never out of halls, and oh my god, it's such like a friendly environment. I swear down, you've got like communal areas, like you will make so many friends. I mean, I can't fully speak for this, but I would hope that that would do wonders for your mental health, because there's nothing worse than like feeling isolated. And you'll probably meet people like who are in a similar boat to you, do you know what I mean? Like, first year students, how stressed is everyone? Like, everyone's in the same boat, they've all moved away, no one really knows anyone, and you can always visit home, do you know what I mean? You can always move back home if things don't work out. It's not permanent. You'll know in your heart of hearts if it's going to be like, if it's going to be too big of a stress and too much anxiety for you, and don't do it. But I think sometimes you have to take chances on these sort of things, and I reckon in this case it'll pay off. Students are fun, man, like, and you don't want to have that regret of like not getting the full experience. I've had the full uni experience and I've never been in uni a day in my life, man, but I've fucking tooled about in halls and I've fucking danced on tables and I've been at every freshers event, do you know what I mean? And if I didn't have those girls that I met in those times, like, fuck me, life would be a dark place, because there's just some stuff that you can't tell your parents, do you know what I mean? You can't, if you can tell your parents everything, you have an absolutely sick relationship. But me personally, I relied on those girls, those student girls that I met in those days. Do something out of your comfort zone, because shit like that's beneficial in the long run. That's what I think anyway. Fuck me, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Like I say, I'm gonna do a few more parts because there's been some really interesting questions in there. And I'm so proud of everyone that's come forward and asked us something. Like, it's mad that you think I can help. My life's a mess, it's a wreck. But do you know what? The best advice I can give anyone, by the way, and this is something that I constantly remind myself of and I constantly live by, like I've lived by this for years, right? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Like, there's so much shit on the daily that happens to me. Like, you've never known anyone with luck like mine, right? Honestly, I'm not even just being like a small violin here. If you fucking asked any of my close friends, they would vouch for it. Like, things tend to go wrong for me fairly regularly, right? And like, I could sit and dwell on it and be like, oh my god, Sarah, like, you don't have anything together, like, your life's a wreck. But I actually sometimes just sit and I just fucking laugh, because I just think it's all part of life's rich tapestry, do you know what I mean? Every single thing, every single obstacle that comes our way that we overcome is a fucking lesson. Do you know how much I've learned about myself this year and last year? I'm a complete different person to the person I was 2-3 years ago, and that is because of all the troubles and all the good times that life's thrown at us. And to every single person there that sent us a message, I just want you to remember how fucking special you are, and like, there's no one else on this planet that is you. No one else on this planet has your mind, and that's like, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting really cheesy in this video. I don't know why, I feel very reflective today. But thank you so much for trusting us with your problems, and I honestly I've helped some of you, and honestly, please send us like the outcomes. I just hope I haven't like fucked anyone's life up permanently. That was amazing. You all listen to my problems all the time, and I have loved listening to your problems and trying to give a different perspective on it. I'm gonna do this again. Absolutely loved it. Right, I'm gonna go. Mwah.